Well, we are back here at Pin Boys at the Beach in Virginia Beach, place where we do a lot of our filming when we're in this area. Again, to show you that I comply with the state rules, you have to wear your mask except when you're drinking. And, as I did in my previous video, I'm going to have a sip so that I can take my mask off and talk to you guys. 2020 is a very, very strange year. A lot of things have happened. A serious one. We're dealing with the pandemic, and we're trying to get world health back up to where it used to be and where it should be. But we also will find out that when you come back to bowling after the pandemic, and it's been suspended in a lot of states for a long time, it's not going to be the same as when you left, because the USBC has instituted 2 new policies that weren't in effect before August of 2020. Number 1, you're not allowed to use balance holes anymore. And I know most of you have already gone to your pro shop and had your balance holes plugged so that you can bowl. Well, that affects motion, and that affected our thinking when it was announced in April of 2018. So that's one change. The second change is, and the USBC put into effect this year, we no longer have to have oil on every board on the lane. So those 2 factors, no balance holes and no oil on the outside of the lane, are going to affect the way your bowling lane looks to you. What it does now is it now puts an emphasis on striking. You gotta strike. It's more important that you carry the hit in the middle than you make the spare when you leave a single pin. So strings of strikes is where it's at. Again, brought about by the 2 rule changes. No balance holes, no oil on the outside of the lane. So that changes everything. Now you have to strike. I used to have a joke that I used to tell people. I said, you give me a 10-bagger every game and you can put the gutter ball anywhere you want. And that is true.
That is.
You've got to throw strings of strikes now. So it's more important now that you got a good carry percentage compared to what it was back in the old days on lacquer and back when the rules were different. You're making your spares, you get a double once in a while, you're fine. Today you will get run over in a tournament if you can't strike. So the emphasis is on getting the right ball in your hand and your feet in the right place and repeating your shot. That's the key to success today in the bowling industry. Brandon's pretty good at it. If he wasn't, I'd have fired him a long time ago. But he's pretty good at it. So, number 1, execute. Repeat your shot. Number 2, put your feet in the right place. And number 3, have the right ball in your hand so you can carry. You need all 3 of those in order to be able to strike enough in the modern environment to beat your opponent. So that's my suggestion to you. When you come back after this pandemic, after we finally get it all settled and the vaccines in, the game is not going to be the game you left. This is the game the way it is. And by the way, those 2 changes weren't my idea. Well, thanks for taking the time of being with us, and I hope you have a very successful return to the game of bowling. Bowling has been my life for a long time, and we'll see you again when we do more videos. Thanks for being here.